What's going on, guys? In today's video I got some questions that I get asked all the time, and I figured I'd do a little questions and answers so we can get some common questions out of the way and just, make this a regular thing. If you guys got questions, leave them down in the comments below. So without further ado, I think we should get right into question number 1, and that is, how did you get into small engine repair? Well, I'm going to start it off real simple by telling you it's not for the reason that every other person does. Like their grandpappy did it, or their daddy did it, or some sweet sentimental stuff like that. Because my real father is a piece of shit. My stepfather is a gigantic piece of shit, pussy, no good at all. Matter of fact, last Labor Day, he yelled at my wife. I had to beat him up and sent him to jail. But my grandpa, he was a good guy, but he was a career criminal, so had nothing to do with that. I don't have an education. I got a GED. And to be honest, I looked around my town, and the only thing that was really open to start your own business that nobody else was really doing was small engine repair. There's only 3 in my whole, county. There's only 3 small engine shops, and I'm one of them. So I said, you know what? I'll do small engine repair. Let's see what happens. This was about 3 or 4 years ago. And at first, I didn't know too much. I started buying stuff, repairing it myself, and then working here and there on people doing, $40 tune-ups, just ridiculous prices. And then out of nowhere, man, I just blew up. I started just getting customers left and right. And then I'm a big fan of some of these YouTuber guys, so I said, you know what, let me do it. Let me put some videos out there, see what happens. My first videos, I was too busy trying to get audio right and video right, and I was buying stuff that was unnecessary, and it just made my quality crap. But now, I got some pretty good quality, okay-ish quality. But to be honest, the main reason I got into it is money, and what became just for money became a passion really quick. Love it. Love doing small engine repair. Love making videos for you guys. So yeah, that's my story of why I got into small engine repair. So let me get on to the next question. Question number 2. So question number 2 is, happens on a lot of my surging videos, where they say, I just put a brand new carburetor on instead of fixing it. I didn't want to deal with any of that bullshit. What do? It's still surging. I put a brand new carburetor on and it's still surging. Well, and the people I've messaged on my comments, they said, oh, I did what you said and I fixed it. Thank you so much. But the main problem when you put a brand new carburetor on is you want to make sure you put those gaskets on right. They're easy to put on upside down, backwards, left, right, so on and so forth. It's those paper gaskets that will get in the way of making sure it's running right. So if you make sure you put those on correctly, and you should have no problems at all with a surging from a brand new carburetor. Also, on some generators, if the little cap is pushing against the metal, even though it looks like it's sealing, it's leaving a small little hole to get air in, and it's running good. It's mostly on Champions. So make sure that bowl, that little drain nut on your carburetor bowl, make sure it's facing outwards to you or to the side, not towards the engine. And that should help your carburetor. So check your paper gaskets, make sure they're not cracked. Even if you took your carburetor off and you accidentally cracked it, but you think, oh, it's still sealing, there's a little bit of air going in there, and that's going to jam you up pretty good. So when you put a brand new carburetor on, make sure you're putting those gaskets on just right. Make sure the holes are lining up. Make sure you're doing it right, and you should have no problems at all. I'm glad that the people who had this question got their generator or whatever they're working on fixed. So, on to question number 3. Question number 3. Can this repair work for my insert brand here? I get this question a lot on my Honda video where I'm changing a recoil on a Honda inverter. And most of the time it's people asking, hey, will this work on my Predator 2000 watt inverter? Will this work on my, Yamaha 2200 inverter? And the question is, the the repair should be relatively the same, but getting to that part where you need to get to the recoil is going to be a different route. And to be honest though, it's relatively the same concept of taking out the screws, take it off the side plates, you know, take it off the big old heat sink there. But doing it should really relatively the same. On a lot of these repairs you see, not on just my channel, on everybody else's channel, most of the time all small engines are pretty similar. So, you know, you're going to have two 10mm bolts for your carburetor. You know, you're going to have your air filter cover. It's normally going to be 8 or 10mm. You know, most of the time your overhead valves are 8 or 10mm. So it's pretty much all relatively the same. It's just the way to get there or the way to do stuff is just a tad bit different. But if you follow along on a lot of these other videos, you should be able to get to where you need to go, even if the brand you're working on is not the brand you're watching. Question number 4. Where do you buy your parts? Now, if you guys watch my channel, you know that I'm a big fan of aftermarket parts, mostly because they work and they come from most of the time the same factory in China where OEM parts come from. So I'm a big fan of aftermarket. You know, I've had one or two. Yes, when I buy them they don't work, but guess what? I send them back, they send me a new one, and then that one works fine. It's rare, but it can happen. And I know as soon as one person does it, buys a carburetor from Amazon, you know, for $10 and they get it, they put it on, it doesn't work, that's it, no more aftermarket bullshit. You know, they're like, oh, fuck that, that's garbage, I'll never do that again. Listen, I've bought OEM carburetors before, put them on, not work. It's rare, just like the aftermarket ones, it's rare, but it happens. So where do I buy my parts? Well, I get on my computer here and I type in what I need, and it's either a few things. It's either Walmart. Walmart has a lot of good parts, to be honest. Amazon. Amazon is excellent. You know, you've probably seen other YouTubers. If you guys, I know you guys don't just watch my channel, but if you look at a lot of these other YouTubers, they're all doing HIPAA aftermarket thing you get on Amazon. They're sending them stuff to, you know, to promote them. They're all on Amazon. I probably accidentally used them in a few videos because, you know, aftermarket's good. But so Amazon, you know, they got the HIPAA, they got the other brands. You know, Amazon just has it all. They even have OEM parts for a good price on Amazon. I don't 100% know the authenticity of those aftermarket parts, those OEM parts, but you can get pretty much anything you want on Amazon. Just type in what you want. Make sure you have it with you, the part. Look at it, compare it. You know, take your caliper to it, make sure it measures up. They normally have the measurements on the picture. And the third one I use, and this is rare, this is mostly for OEM parts or specialty parts that you can't find on Amazon or can't find anymore, and that's eBay. That's because people are selling these parts new. There's also warehouses that sell these parts new. Or they're used. You can buy a good used piston for your Briggs Vanguard if you can't find one. I bought one the other day, but the engine was toast, so oh well with that. But Amazon and eBay, I would say Amazon is my number 1, eBay is my number 3. Then if it's a really specialty part, you type it in on Google, you're going to find that part from some website. Look over before you use any other website besides Amazon, eBay, and Walmart, because you want to make sure that you're actually going to get the part you need and you're not going to get sketched out. And you know, there's websites you can use too that gives you a fake credit card number. You put in as much money as you want. That way you're safe. You know, I always recommend using a fake debit card or something when you do online sales. That way, if they do try to sign you up for some membership or some bullshit, it stops it dead in its tracks. So yeah, Amazon is the way to go for parts. I'm telling you, that's the best way to go. Now, question number 5. This is my favorite question. I get this a lot. You suck. Why do you make videos? Well, people say it all the time. You know, they see me because I use my impact all the time. And, you know, I've never once said, listen, I am the #1 authority on small engine repair. Not once did I ever say, all those other motherfuckers, no good. Not at all. No. I never said that. I do this to help people. I use my cheap Harbor Freight tools because not everybody has Snap-on. It doesn't really matter what tools you're using. There's diehards out there that will bitch and cry when they see me using, you know, a Harbor Freight wrench. It's like, it does not matter. What I do is I show basic people how to do basic repairs with basic tools. And most importantly, I know what I'm doing, but I'm not a master. I'm not a master small engine technician. You know, I don't know every little technical detail. I learn every day, like a lot of these other people do. I learn every single day. But most of all, I'm an entertainer. I try to entertain you. I try to make it fun, you know. So you see me doing something dumb, like, you know, bending it, you know, that's going to work. It's going to get the repair done. It might not be the 100% way a master technician will do it, but guess what? I get the repair done. And you know what? Sometimes I fail. Sometimes I don't succeed in getting it done. I have to go do something else. I have to get a new piston and cylinder. And most of the time that doesn't end up getting a video. Why would I post a video of something failing? You know, I want to make it fun. I make it fun. That's just like right here. Right here, we're not repairing nothing. We're just making it fun. If you don't like what you don't like, hit that dislike button. Not like you can see anyways. Oh, that's what I thought. But also, if you like this stuff, hit that like button. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. But what I do on this channel is I'm an entertainer. I show you guys how to do basic repairs, basic stuff. I have fun. You know, it helps people out. I get comments every day saying, it helping me out. You're helping me out so much. I really appreciate what you do. Those are the answers to some of the common questions I get on my YouTube videos. And yeah, I know I probably, you know, I'm not that popular yet. I don't have that many questions coming in. But if you guys have a question about your engine or about anything really, it doesn't matter. Leave it down in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys. You guys are great. I respond to almost every single comment I get. You know, I got nothing to do. So, I got you guys. I'll respond. I will respond. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, if you look on the screen now, you will see my most popular playlist is my generators playlist right there. And on the other side, that's going to be my lawnmowers playlist. If you guys got a lawnmower generator, I got you covered. And right in the middle, that's the subscribe button. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew, and I appreciate you guys for being here. You guys have an excellent day. See ya.